to Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley with a real mood thing going on. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I'm groovy.
Look at that.
Dude. Some walk by day,
Some fly
walk by
by
night.
night.
Is it fly by night? Yeah, it is.
Moonlighting stranger.
You and
God, that was
me.
a great show.
It was a great show. It really was.
Oh, man. Bruce
Mm.
Willis, Sybil Shepherd, Mr. Pesto,
Agnes the
Booger.
Pesto. Yep. That was, I don't even remember what it was. I mean, weren't they detectives?
They
or
were
something like
detective.
that?
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
detective agency. That was great.
Detectives.
Private investigators.
Yep. Private Eyes. That's when all the shows were Private Eyes, weren't they?
Good stuff.
So we're back.
So we're off. Yeah, because this you say the Andy and Dave Daily. It had kind of become the Andy and Dave occasionally.
Well,
because we've been off for
it's
a bit.
spotty. Yeah, and
yeah.
When you're going to the Mayo Clinic, you go on their terms.
Right.
So thus we're spotty. And you know the nice thing about it is we don't have some asshole radio manager going, well, we're kind of looking at the hours and we're kind of looking. No, you're not. You're not looking at a thing. You're just trying to be some kind of turd, bean counter, whatever.
Yeah.
But we don't work that way here, so that's cool.
No.
And by the way, Rob Brandt, amazing career. Congratulations.
Phenomenal. I couldn't believe it when I saw that.
And I'm going to tell you what.
I mean,
congratulations
one of the last
to you, Rob.
Great voices.
Oh my God. Congratulations to Rob for standing up for himself because they sent him a lowball contract, took away his title as a manager and PD and all this kind of stuff. And he just told them to shove it up their ass. Good for him.
Yeah.
Yep. Good for him.
I mean, there's no, he's going to catch on somewhere. I mean, he's got that.
I told him not to.
Voice.
I told him not to. I told him, I said, and here's the options. Start your own thing like we did.
Yeah.
Do that. Come on with us. Because if we got the right people in place to put Muskegon Channel Radio up where it needs to be, nobody'd listen to anything else. I guarantee it. We just don't have the ability to get that thing top of mind because of our budget and because of our reach. If we had the right people promoting that, it would be number one in a year. But a lot of decisions to be made. I don't know. But anyway, back to Rob. We love you.
God bless.
Greener skies ahead. Or greener skies?
Greener pastures, bluer skies.
That's it.
There you go. It's all right.
It's
all right. You were hospitalized there for a bit.
So, well, no hospitalization, but that's coming. That's coming because this time was more of let's take another look and let's see what we got here. And they found this tumor is still there. It hasn't grown much, but according to the endocrinologist that I saw, it is oddly shaped and it is not of the usual density of a tumor that should be ignored.
Okay.
They don't believe that there's any cancer attached to it because of the fact that cancer usually goes a lot faster than this one has. The Mayo Clinic got a hold of everybody over here and they said, send us all the imaging you've ever done on this guy for everything. And they dug in and they found the first traces of this thing in 2013. So
wow.
This thing has been growing inside of me since 2013 and got to the point 2 years ago where there's a hormonal imbalance inside of me, right? And the first thing that showed was my voice started cracking and squeaking, and it has turned into the world's worst roller coaster ride of up and down, anger, depression, anxiety, and everything that comes along with that because it's not functioning right. And they gave me this pill. They gave me this pill that's supposed to make this thing really go into overdrive, and it barely showed up in the blood test. It was they were just like, wow. And the endocrinologist comes into, and I got to tell you, God, creepy people, right? In the world. We're sitting in the waiting room waiting to go back and see the endocrinologist, and in walks this couple, probably mid-70s. And the parents that were in the grandparents that were in every 80s movie. One of them was Billy Bird.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And the other one was the guy with the white hair that looked like the Menards dude. All right.
Yes. Yes.
In walks this couple, and she goes and sits down, and he comes in a couple minutes later, and we're just sitting there minding our own beeswax,
Mm.
and he looks over at her as he's walking into the room, and he looks at his wife, and he goes, "I had a poopy." And I'm literally sitting there going, "Oh my God, how many kids
Oh
does this
my
clown
God.
have buried in his backyard?" I had a poopy.
No, it's just
I had
you
a
get
poopy. Uh,
they've been married for like 70 years probably or
Oh,
50 years, whatever it is. And that you just all pretense anything
I
you
had
don't
a
have
poopy.
anything to hide
I
from
had a
each other
poopy.
anymore.
Oh God. Oh God. Anyway, weird.
And
Weird. 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 Weird.
you kind of become childlike as you get to your
You don't
really
walk into a
advanced
waiting room at the
years.
Mayo Clinic and announce that you had a poopy. Oh,
And what
freak.
you know what, again, like just like I'm gonna cut him some slack
I'm
too.
not.
It's like you're
Weirdo.
at the Mayo, you
Weirdo.
guys are married.
All right. So anyway, we get back to see her, and she's explaining it, and she gets to the part, and I said something about I don't care what, just get it out. She goes, "Well, that's where I'm going with this," and I said, "You can stop
Okay,
talking right
good.
now. Get your appointment book out. When do I
Yeah.
come back?"
You're like, I don't need your reasoning. I'm like, let's just get this thing out
Yep.
and I can go on about the next
Well,
50
hopefully, go
years or
on about
whatever.
we'll see. But they're gonna do it. The way it should work is I'll go there.
Mhm.
Day one, we go through the consult. The next day, they do the surgery. I have to stay in one night. The next day, I'm out of there.
Perfect.
So it's just a little
In and out.
laparoscopic thing at this point. They don't need to cut me open all the way. Just 3 little cuts.
Oh, that's good.
And
They're gonna knock you out for this, right?
no, they give you a bullet
What?
and a bottle of whiskey. They do things tougher out west. It's not like these modern sissies around here
Here's
that
some ice cubes. Just chomp on these. Well,
yeah,
we've got you. All right.
of course they put you out. But
Well, I don't know. For some things, they kind of they'll give you like a general anesthetic or
oh
something. I
no,
don't know.
dude, they're taking out an organ. They're taking out the
Okay.
entire um that entire adrenal gland comes out.
Okay.
Yeah. So and I
And
got to
then
tell you
what's her
this too.
recovery time?
Well, I'm out of there the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they
So I
say
mean,
okay?
a month. They tell you
Okay.
you can't lift things for a month and you can't do this for
You don't lift anything anyway.
well, that's true. Well,
You're doing this.
no, I get it. But
Oh,
occasionally there's some lifting to do if you catch my
yeah, yeah. Your socks and whatnot. I understand. Nothing. Sorry, honey. I just had surgery. I can't get anything out of the law. I can't. You know what the doctor said?
I know.
I can't lift. I can't. Sorry. This is. Yeah. I hate to be a bother, but could you be a dear and get me?
That's right. I can't reach those Twinkies. Could you get those off the
Oh,
shelf
can
for
you?
me?
I got a hankering for some cocoa puffs.
Mm.
Could you pour me a bowl, dear?
So yeah, it's good to know that this thing will be coming out. And I got to
That's
be
good.
honest with you, dude. I mean, me living with myself has been almost
Mhm.
unbearable because the ups and downs of this, and I got to tell you too, just
And
the
the speculation
affirmation,
and not knowing what it was
just
too. For
the
the longest, you're like,
affirmation of her
yeah.
saying that there's something physically wrong with you.
Hmm.
Because you wonder, is this thing
Yeah, you
making me
got.
nuts or am I just losing my
Hmm.
shit?
Right. Yeah.
And something's wrong with you.
Hmm.
And you're told repeatedly that something's not wrong with you. It's this, or this. And it's like, no,
Hmm.
that's not what's wrong with me. I
Hmm.
know me well enough to know that um, something's wrong here. And
Yeah.
frustration.
Yeah, and I know, like I said, you were speculating for a long time. This going back before you went to the Mayo. Is this long COVID? Is it this or
Yeah.
is it that? Is this part of my just mental makeup where I'm going nuts? And it's to find out it's a physical thing that they can take care of. Um, that's good.
Well, and I think we're gonna get it put in some formaldehyde, and then we'll
Okay, so
maybe.
you're gonna bring it in a jar and display it
I was thinking maybe
the
we could
first
put it in the
show back.
museum. You know,
Oh, why not?
that's right. Here's
I
Andy's adrenal gland and this
Yeah.
glob that grew on it.
God.
So we're waiting.
All right.
She said maybe a month. She said But she also said too that there's no real urgency to get back there,
Okay.
so I can find a time where it'll fit into the schedule nice.
Right.
So what I'm thinking is maybe we could drive over there on a Sunday, do the
Mhm.
consult on a Monday, have it done on a Tuesday, and
Yeah.
get the hell back home. So we'll see.
There you go.
That's how
And
it's
it's got
supposed
to
to
be
work.
just a mental way. I mean, you got to feel better mentally just knowing that that's what it is.
The
And it's,
relief
I would
when she
assume
said they'll
the,
take it out. When she said they'll take it out, the relief you could almost feel the vacuum of
okay.
relief
You can
leaving the
exhale.
room.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very good. All right.
all right. So wow me with
Uh,
some news. Impress me.
Let's get into this. I'll do what I can. President Biden and Speaker Kevin McCarthy will meet again today to try and negotiate on the debt ceiling. Both sides say they are still apart, but progress is being made. The deadline to avoid default is June 1st. We'll probably go right up to the precipice, and then they'll strike a deal. Neither side will
course.
be happy, and that's the way it's supposed to be. That's what negotiations and the whole give and take, and you're not certain. Neither side is supposed to be happy.
It's theater.
Nobody wins, nobody loses. It's all theater. Exactly. What else is going on? Illicit fentanyl is continuing to drive up deaths among young people in the U.S. The drug is the leading cause of death in those 18 to 49. Nearly 200 Americans are dying daily in fentanyl overdoses. I mean, I don't know how we get a handle on this. This is like supercharged. This is like Vicodin times 100 or
Oh my
something.
God.
It's
Have you
like
ever had a
don't.
fentanyl
Yeah,
patch?
no,
Oh,
I
I
have
have.
no idea.
Ooh.
And
Ooh. You're floored.
yeah,
I mean, you are floored. Gone.
I just, man, all that stuff makes me nervous. I haven't, I'm only on blood pressure medication, so
Right.
that's I'm not on any. The only times I've been on anything prescribed like Vicodin or Darvocet back in the day when I had my appendix out and I had
Yeah.
kidney stones, that stuff. As soon as you take it, it's like, whoa,
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling way too good. This is why people get hooked, and it's
Yeah.
one of those you get. I totally can sympathize with those who are addicted. It's good
Bad
Lord.
stuff. And
It is not
you
good.
gotta look at it from this angle too.
Mhm.
There's addicted and there are those who are users. And
Mhm.
addicted, I just want to explain this for people
Yeah,
to make
there's
sure
a
that they
yes.
understand. There's a
Okay,
distinct
yeah.
difference to addiction
Hmm.
because
Right.
addiction means that it pulls in all of your systems. Your
Hmm.
nervous system's affected, your pulmonary system's affected, your habitual system, what you
Hmm.
do in repetitive actions and all that.
Hmm.
Plus, in an addiction situation, you're looking at trying to cover up something that's not fixed inside of you because
Yeah.
um there's a mental wound or something like that. You're trying to
Hmm.
fix a problem that can't be fixed elsewhere.
Right.
And with self-medication. And that's where
Hmm.
this addiction stuff comes in and should be continue to be clarified. Um
Oh yeah.
it's it's an and you know what? Alcohol and opiates are the keys to people going down the tubes. Um,
Oh
because it affects
yeah.
all of those systems. It affects everything.
Absolutely.
It really does.
And uh, scary stuff. What else is happening? Miss Michigan is returning to the Froenthal in Muskegon. The 3-day pageant kicks off June 15th inside the 1,700-seat arena. The event was held at Orchard View High School last year, so nice. It's back at the Froenthal. It's kind of like you want it to be. I'm sure Orchard View High School is nice, but for it's Miss Michigan. You kind of want the pomp and circumstance, and you want a cool venue, and the Froenthal is obviously a nice place to have that.
It
So
really is. And we
uh,
will be
see
we are
that.
going to be the crew behind the scenes streaming that for the
Oh,
live
cool,
stream once again. So if you want to do
nice.
the Miss Michigan pay-per-view, you can do that and
There
we'll
you
have
go.
plenty of feature stories and different things leading up to that as well. So that's
All
always
right,
one of the feathers in our cap every year when we get to stream the Miss Michigan show for the people who can't make it. Always fun.
very cool. So you got a little less than a month before that gets underway. Sports. Tigers go down to Washington 6-4. Cubs lose. Cubs lose. Cubs lose. Phillies drop the Cubbies 2-1. That's sports.
All right, it's time for Jeopardy. This one's an easy one today. It's only 200
Hmm.
bucks. And Oh yeah, this one's a piece of cake for you. Tons galore is the category.
Tons?
Tons.
Okay.
That came from
Oh,
out of
that was
nowhere.
gross.
Oh, that was
Mhm.
gross. I don't like
I'm
burps.
sorry.
I'm a man. I don't like burps. Don't burp or fart.
Why are you all of a sudden giving me a lisp? Oh yeah, by the way, Max farted on me like 8 times yesterday.
That was
This kid
awesome.
is getting more. Oh my god.
Tell Max I owe him $10.
Oh jeez.
Tons
It's
galore.
I don't know what he's consuming, but I might have
If
to
he's
rethink
following
his
your diet,
diet.
he's eating fish sticks and ketchup and
No. I tried to make him a
garbage.
nice salami sandwich. He said no.
Have you ever read the ingredients of salami?
Salami's great.
Have you ever read the ingredients?
Oh, I never read ingredients on
Go
things.
read
If
the
something tastes
ingredients.
good, I eat it. No interest.
Go read the ingredients. I bet you never eat
Don't need
salami
to.
again.
I guarantee you I will.
Okay.
Because I won't read the ingredients. I don't
Okay.
care.
Beef
It's
hearts.
delish.
Hearts.
That's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
great. I love to eat the heart.
All right.
Ugh.
Just checking. It's
Feels
estimated that some of these literally terrible lizards stood about 50 feet tall and weighed as much as 85 tons.
I believe you're looking for dinosaurs.
Look at Dave win himself $200 on a Monday. Congratulations, Dave. Way to go. And some kind of Hong Kong Phooey thing going on there, or voguing or whatever he's
Voguing.
doing. I don't know what you're doing. Strike a pose. There's nothing to it. Vogue. Have yourself a great Monday, and here comes the weather kid.
See ya.
Hello, Muskegon. Hopefully, you all had a wonderful weekend, and we have a great week of weather ahead of us. So let's look at your forecast brought to you by Trendy Health. Your weather headlines this week show we will have a backdoor cold front moving through on Wednesday, which will only bring us a little bit more clouds on Wednesday and keep us in the 70s for the most part later in the week, and then prevent our warming from really getting well into the 80s over Memorial Day weekend. It now looks like we'll hit around 80 by Memorial Day. But besides that, we are expecting a dry week all week with plenty of sunshine. Now, temperature-wise today, we will be pretty mild with temperatures mostly in the mid to upper 70s across Muskegon County. Ravenna may hit 80 even, and then at the lakeshore, temperatures will hold in the upper 60s. So for your Monday, expect a high of 77 with partly cloudy skies. Those will be high-level clouds too, so the sun will easily filter through them. So we're expecting a beautiful day with no humidity either, with a low of 52 with clear skies and calm conditions. But like I mentioned, a backdoor cold front will move through on Wednesday, which will prevent us from warming into the 80s later this week. So we'll stay in the 70s for the most part for the rest of the week. And then this cold front will be dry, so we're not expecting any precipitation with it, at least here in West Michigan. So you can see that on our 7-day forecast, warming up to around 80 on Tuesday, but that backdoor cold front moves through on Wednesday, which will send us down into the lower 70s, maybe even upper 60s on Thursday. But thankfully, we'll warm right back up over Memorial Day weekend and probably get around 80 degrees by Memorial Day itself. And that's your Monday forecast brought to you by Trinity Health on the Muskegon channel. And I'm Colin Woods Weather, and have a great day.